Cats often seem like little kings and queens, independent, proud, and perfectly fine on their own. But here's the truth most cat parents don't realize. Even the most self-reliant feline can suffer from loneliness. And the scary part? They're masters at hiding it. Your cat might be silently struggling right under your nose, and the signs are easy to miss. Today, we'll uncover the hidden signals that reveal when your cat is feeling lonely, and what you can do to help before it turns into bigger problems. Sign number 1. The Midnight Meow Concert. Have you ever been jolted awake at 3 a.m. by your cat's haunting cries, like a tiny ghost haunting the hallways? While it might sound dramatic or even funny at first, this late-night meow concert is often your cat's way of saying, "I'm lonely." Cats are naturally crepuscular, which means they're most active at dawn and dusk. But when they feel isolated, those cries at night can turn into desperate calls for attention. It's their way of making sure you haven't abandoned them to the dark silence. If your cat suddenly becomes more vocal, especially during the night, it's not just random noise. It's a sign they're craving comfort and connection. What can you do? Before bedtime, spend a few minutes playing with your cat to tire them out. A short play session with a wand toy or laser pointer can work wonders. You can also leave a soft light on or play calming background music when you're away. These small actions can make your cat feel less alone and help silence that midnight concert, for both your cat's sake and your sleep. Sign number 2. Over-grooming, when clean becomes too clean. Cats are known for being some of the cleanest animals on the planet. They spend hours each day licking and grooming their fur, almost like they're determined to stay runway ready. But here's the thing. When grooming turns into over-grooming, it's not about vanity anymore. It's about loneliness and stress. If you start noticing bald spots, irritated skin, or your cat licking the same area over and over again, it's a red flag. Grooming releases endorphins, those little feel-good chemicals in the brain. For a lonely or anxious cat, excessive licking is their version of binge-watching TV to escape reality. It calms them temporarily, but it also signals something deeper. They're trying to soothe the emptiness they feel when they're left alone. What can you do? First, don't scold them. It's not misbehavior. It's a coping mechanism. Instead, distract them with interactive play or puzzle toys that keep their mind busy. Sometimes, even gentle petting sessions can redirect their need to self-soothe. If the grooming is severe or skin damage appears, a vet visit is essential to rule out medical causes. Remember, healthy cats groom regularly, but lonely cats often can't stop. Sign number 3. The Hide-and-Sulk Routine. You come home after a long day, ready to be greeted by your fluffy little roommate. But your cat is nowhere to be found. Instead, they're tucked away in their secret hideout, acting like you don't even exist. It might feel like they're punishing you for leaving, or worse, that they didn't miss you at all. But don't be fooled. This silent treatment is actually one of the clearest signs of loneliness. Cats are creatures of habit, and when their routine is disrupted, like you being gone for hours or days, it can overwhelm them. Hiding is their way of saying, "I missed you, and I don't know how to deal with it." What can you do? Give them space at first, then gently reintroduce comfort. Call their name softly, offer a favorite toy, or use treats to encourage them out of hiding. Over time, consistent affection and interactive play will help rebuild their trust and reassure them that you're always coming back. Remember, behind that poker face, your cat is simply craving connection. Sign number 4. The Clingy Shadow. Every step you take, every move you make, your cat is right there, following like a tiny shadow. At first it feels adorable. Who wouldn't want such loyalty? But when your cat refuses to let you out of sight, even scratching at the door when you leave, it's not just affection. It's a sign of loneliness and separation anxiety. Cats are famous for their independence, but they also form deep emotional bonds with their humans. When left alone too often, they may become overly attached, turning you into their only source of comfort and entertainment. While this might feel sweet, it's actually stressful for them. They're desperate to keep you close because they fear the emptiness when you're gone. What can you do? Create enrichment zones around your home. Puzzle feeders, window perches, or bird-watching spots. Rotate toys to keep them engaged. The goal is to give your cat stimulation beyond just you. This way, even when you're not around, they can entertain themselves and feel safe, without clinging like a little furry shadow 24/7. Sign number 5. Litter box rebellion. One day your cat uses the litter box perfectly, just like they always do. The next day, you find a surprise on your carpet or laundry pile. Frustrating? Absolutely. But here's the truth. This sudden regression in litter box habits is often less about bad manners and more about loneliness or stress. Cats are highly sensitive to emotional changes. When they feel neglected, abandoned, or anxious, they sometimes act out in ways that grab your attention. Peeing or pooping outside the litter box is their version of sending a message. I'm not okay. Of course, sudden litter box problems can sometimes signal health issues, so a vet check is always step one. But if your cat gets a clean bill of health, consider the emotional side. Loneliness and boredom often drive this behavior. What can you do? Re-establish positive habits with patience. Praise and reward when they use the litter box correctly. Spend more quality time with them so they feel secure again. Remember, this isn't spite, it's a cry for connection. Sign number 6. Neglecting grooming. When your cat stops caring. Cats usually spend a huge part of their day grooming. It keeps their coat sleek, shiny, and also gives them comfort. But when a once proud, polished kitty suddenly looks messy, with dull fur or mats forming, it's not just laziness, it can be a sign of sadness and loneliness. Just like some cats overgroom to self-soothe, others swing the opposite way. If your cat has lost interest in cleaning themselves, it may mean they're feeling too down to care. In human terms, it's like when we're so upset that we stop eating well or stop taking care of ourselves. What can you do? Step in with gentle help. Brush your cat regularly to stimulate their skin and bring back that healthy shine. Make it a bonding ritual, like a mini spa day. Not only does this improve their coat, it gives them much-needed affection and reassurance. If the lack of grooming persists, a vet check is important to rule out illness. But often, the real issue is loneliness, and your presence is the cure. Sign number 7. Sleeping in your clothes or shoes. Have you ever found your cat curled up on your sweater, buried inside your shoes, or stretched out across your laundry pile? It's not just about comfort, it's about you. Cats have a powerful sense of smell, far stronger than ours. When they nestle into your belongings, what they're really seeking is your scent. It's their way of feeling close to you when you're not around. Think of it as their little substitute for a hug, a way of saying, I miss you, and this makes me feel safe. Sometimes they'll even mix their scent with yours, marking those items as a shared territory of love and trust. It's not about stealing your favorite hoodie, it's about holding on to the bond you share. What can you do? Offer them something safe that smells like you, such as an old t-shirt or blanket, and place it in their favorite resting spot. Refresh it every so often with a recently worn piece, so they always have a part of you near, even when you're away. For your cat, your scent is comfort, and comfort is everything. Sign number 8. Destructive scratching and redecorating. You come home to find your curtains shredded, your sofa covered in claw marks, or random objects knocked over. At first, it feels like your cat is auditioning for a home makeover show. Or worse, they're just being spiteful. But in reality, This destructive streak is often a cry for attention and a sign of loneliness. Scratching is a natural behavior. It helps cats mark territory, stretch muscles, and release stress. But when the scratching suddenly increases, or it happens in all the wrong places, it's usually because they're bored and trying to cope with your absence. It's their way of saying, "Don't forget me, I'm still here." What can you do? Instead of scolding, give them proper outlets. Provide scratching posts or pads made of different materials, carpet, cardboard, or sisal, so they can choose their favorite. Rotate toys to keep things exciting, and leave interactive activities when you're gone. A bored cat turns destructive, but a stimulated cat stays balanced and happy. Sign number 9. The over-affectionate cat. Rubbing, kneading, and claiming you. One moment your cat acts like they don't care. The next, they're glued to you, rubbing against your legs, head-butting your hand like a tiny battering ram, or kneading you like dough. It might seem cute, or even a little annoying when you're busy, but here's the truth. This sudden surge of affection is often fueled by loneliness. Cats have scent glands in their cheeks, paws, and forehead. When they rub against you, they're not just asking for attention. They're marking you as theirs. It's their way of saying, "You're my safe space. Don't leave me again." If you've been away for too long, they may go into overdrive, covering you with affection, just to re-establish the bond. For them, scent is comfort, and by rubbing on you, they're surrounding themselves with reassurance. What can you do? Don't push them away. Instead, take a few minutes to lean into that affection. Pet them, talk to them. Let them know they're secure. The more consistent your attention, the less desperate they'll feel for reassurance when you return. Sign number 10. When loneliness turns into illness. Perhaps the most heartbreaking sign of all is when loneliness goes beyond behavior and starts to affect your cat's health. Stress and emotional strain can weaken their immune system, trigger bladder problems, or even lead to a dangerous condition called fatty liver disease if they stop eating properly. If your once happy cat suddenly loses interest in food, water, or play, this is more than a quirky mood swing. It's a red flag that the loneliness has reached a serious level. Cats are masters at hiding pain, so by the time you notice these changes, they may already be struggling. What can you do? First, always consult a vet to rule out medical issues. But if stress and loneliness are the root cause, your love and attention are the best medicine. Increase playtime, spend quiet moments cuddling, and enrich their environment. Remember, loneliness is not just sad for cats. It can literally make them sick. Cats may look independent, mysterious, even aloof at times, but the truth is, they feel deeply. Loneliness can quietly eat away at their happiness, and sometimes even their health. As they're human, you are their world, their comfort, their family. If you've recognized any of these signs in your own cat, don't ignore them. A little extra love, play, and attention can make all the difference. Because, at the end of the day, your cat doesn't just want food or shelter, they want you. If this video helped you understand your furry friend a little better, give it a like and share it with other cat lovers. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss more tips that help you keep your cat happy, healthy, and loved.